Hi students, I'm your Komali ma'am. In this session, I'm going to teach you excellent tricks to solve Ellingham diagram questions. Just two techniques I'll tell you. Any kind of Ellingham diagram you will solve very easily. I already made a video on Ellingham diagram, many years back. That link also I'll give in the description box. You can go through that video also. But in this session, just by using 2 points, you will solve very easily. After, by the end of this video, you feel that, ma'am, Ellingham diagram this much easy, because Ellingham diagram is the topic where students feel difficulty in a metallurgy chapter. This is the only the topic where you might struck. But after my class, you feel very happy and you will get clear clarity how to solve the questions. Let's begin the session. See before solving question, let us see what is the use of this Ellingham diagram. Actually, this concept will help us to find the best reducing agent. Which is the best reducing agent? Okay, and in this diagrams, we will see the graph between delta G versus temperature. Okay, now let us see that Ellingham diagram. Ellingham diagrams. What is the use of these graphs? Which are used to find best reducing agents. We can find the good reducing agent, suitable reducing agents. Okay, in this graph, this graph is delta G versus temperature. Okay, and here delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. What is delta G, students? Delta G is a Gibbs energy change. It should be always negative, then only the reaction is spontaneous. What is the meaning of spontaneous reaction? Which takes place on its own. We call it as a spontaneous reaction. For every formation reaction, delta H is negative. I'll tell you what is the meaning of this. Delta S should be positive. Entropy change should be positive. If it is positive only, positive into negative is negative. So total delta G we get negative. So what are the conditions? Delta H anyhow negative. Delta G to get a negative, delta S should be positive. Then only the reaction is spontaneous. Spontaneous means the reaction which takes place on its own. We call it as spontaneous reactions. Right? Now, this is a main important point. What I am going to write now. If you know this point, that's it. You will solve the questions very easily. That point is metals which is lying down, metal lying down, where in the Ellingham diagram, lying down can reduce metal oxide which is present above. Which is present above or above metal oxide. Present above, or I can write which is present above. What is this metal? What is a metal oxide? Little you need a clarity, right? So I am going to this is the main point, ultimate point. And now this, to support this point, one more small point I am going to explain you, that will help you. Just check it out, what is that. See this diagram. Like this they will give you the questions, correct? If you see the Ellingham diagram like this, see the question. See the question, see the question. These kind of questions very easily, just less than a seconds you will solve. Like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, by seeing only you will get the ability to solve the questions. Okay, first understand what is this diagram. Here metal oxide formations you are seeing. Some formation, oxide here, oxide is forming, metal oxide is forming. Because in metallurgy chapter, one process we have to do is, we have to do the reduction of metal oxides. Okay, what we have to do? We have to do reduction of metal oxide. We should reduce the metal oxide. So for that we have to find which is the best reducing agent. Are you following? So I am going to tell you how to find it. First, let us see here aluminum oxide is forming. How this aluminum oxide will form? Let us see. Metals reacts with oxygen and it forms metal oxides. So here MXOY, and here this is Let us consider X and Y. How many oxygens are there, students, here? Y oxygens. But here 2 oxygens. So I'll multiply with Y by 2. Because 2 will be cancelled. Here also Y, here also Y. And how many metals are there? X metals are there. So I'll put this is a solid, this is a gas, this is a solid, let's say. This is solid. Now, I don't want for Y by 2 oxygens. I want to balance this reaction for only 1 mole of oxygen. Then how can I balance this reaction? So Y by 2 I want to remove. So in order to remove this Y by 2, what I am going to do is, I am going to multiply the entire reaction with a 2 by Y. If I multiply with a 2 by Y, then Y by 2 and 2 by will be cancelled. We will get the reaction. See how the reaction is. I am going to multiply with a 2 by Y. Then 2 by Y, X is left, M, solid, plus 2 by Y will be cancelled. And I am going to multiply with a 2 by Y. So it will be MXOY. That's it. If you know this reaction, repeat all of you one more time. 2X by Y, M solid, plus O2 gives rise to 2 by Y metal oxide. If you know this, directly you balance it. For example, Al2O3. Actually, you no need to balance. They only will give in examination. But this will help you to understand, oh, this is metal oxide formation reactions now, like that. That's why I am telling you. Otherwise, no need. They only give in exam. So, here X value is 2, Y value is 3. That's it. Substitute in this formula. For example, aluminum, X value is how much? 2. Substitute 2 here. 2 2s are 4. Y value is 3. Then substitute. 2 2s are 4 by 3. See, 4 by 3 you got, right? Now 2 by Y. Y value is how much here? 3. Al2O3, Y value is 3. So 2 by 3. See, you got it? Na? These are metal oxide formation reactions. Okay? Okay, fine. You got metal oxides, how they will be formed. Any metal oxide reactions you can balance like that. Fine. Now, see this question. They are asking, correct for the following graph is, magnesium will be good reducing agent below 1673, aluminum will be good reducing agent below 1673 Kelvin, Al2O3 will be good reducing agent after 1673 Kelvin. How to solve this question? One and only one point, that is, the metal which is present down has the ability to reduce the metal oxide which is present top. That's it. See, the metal which is present down have the ability to reduce metal oxide which is present top. That's it. Metal which is magnesium will reduce the aluminum oxide. That's it. Magnesium will be a good reducing agent. But below which temperature? This graph is below this 1673 Kelvin temperature. Correct. For example, if they ask you after 1673 Kelvin temperature, how can you solve? Just extrapolate this graph like this. Once you extrapolate this graph, this line is for... Hello. This line is... This line is for aluminum reacting with oxygen and it is forming Al2O3. And this line is for magnesium reacting with oxygen and it is forming magnesium oxide. Correct? So now after this point, aluminum is coming down. So aluminum metal reduces the Mg metal oxide. Are you getting my point? Are you understanding? So very easy. Magnesium will be a good reducing agent. For example, aluminum will be a good reducing agent. No, aluminum is a good reducing agent. It reduces magnesium oxide after this temperature. So this is wrong. See the next one. Al2O3 will be good reducing agent after 1670. No, after 1673 Kelvin, aluminum is a good reducing agent. This is a wrong statement. So option 1 only the correct statement. You solve this question. See how you will solve. Correct statement for the following. You see this graph. Okay. Different. This is SIBO. Different options are given like this. First understand the graph. What is this graph? Just check the temperature point. Okay. Below temperature, after temperature, right? Now below temperature you see, because they are given below, after, like that they have given option. So below temperature, which line is down? That's it. You observe that. Which line is down? This line is for carbon monoxide, right? So take that. This is for carbon monoxide line. okay, which is present down, that has the ability to reduce the oxide of above one. So this oxide is which one? Above line oxide is which one? Fe2O3. So CO is a good reducing agent of Fe2O3. That's it. Down one, reduce the top one. That's it. So CO will reduce Fe2O3 below this point. If suppose they ask us above that point, then you see, after 1073, after this point, now which is coming down? Which is coke is coming down. So coke is having the ability to reduce Fe2O3. So after this point, coke will reduce. Below this point, CO will be reduced. So CO and coke both are useful to reduce. So first option is also correct. Third option also correct. Both are useful. Below this point, coke, carbon monoxide. After this point, coke is useful. So what I want to tell you is just check that line, okay, which is coming down, will reduce the above metal oxide. That's it. Now see the next one. Here they have given second option. CO2 will oxidize Fe2O3. See this, suppose, see this line. See this line. See this line. CO2 is there, CO2. This Fe will reduce this. Correct, na? Which is there down, that has the ability to oxidize above one. So Fe can reduce CO2. So CO2, this is reducing means this is oxidizing. Correct. CO2 is oxidizing, but which one it is oxidizing? It is oxidizing Fe, not Fe2O3. That's why the second statement is wrong. Only option 1 and 3 are the correct answers. Option 4. Very easy. See, next question you will only answer. Okay, this is another question. Let us see. Next question you will do. In Ellingham diagrams of delta G versus temperature, which of the following graphs has negative slope? See, chemistry is very, very easy. If you have a right mentor to teach you and guide you, you will understand every awesome subject it is. You will love to solve the questions once you understand the concept. Now see here. Like this they have given, they are asking us in which case the reaction is spontaneous, means negative slope. How to find? What is it? What I told you, delta G should be negative. Delta G negative means delta S should become positive. So delta S positive, in which case entropy should increase. Entropy should increase means product side more gaseous moles than the reactant side. So see here, first give the state solid, gas, solid. So here reactant 1 mole of gas, products no moles. So this is a magnesium oxide, magnesium is solid, solid. This is a gas, O2 is a gas. Okay, 1 gas, product side no gas. Here 2 gases, carbon monoxide is a gas, O2 is a gas, CO2 is a gas. So this side 3 gases total, just add stoichiometric coefficients, okay. If it is a solid, don't count. If it is a gas, you just count. Okay, 3 is converting into 2. See, in every case, number of gas molecules are decreasing, but see, this is the case. Okay, 2 carbon monoxide, this is solid, so don't count. This is a gas, this is a gas. So 1 gas molecule is converting into 2. So entropy is increasing in this case. So delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. Here entropy is increasing means positive. So positive into negative. Anyhow delta H is negative for all oxide formations. So negative into positive is negative. So in this reaction, fourth option is a negative slope and it is a spontaneous reaction. Now see the next question. See this question. You might be feeling, you have that fear about Ellingham diagram, but not now. You are just ready to solve the questions. See this question. The Ellingham diagram for zinc, magnesium and carbon converting into corresponding oxides. See, carbon converting into CO, zinc converting into zinc oxide, magnesium converting into magnesium oxide. They were asking us which of the following is the correct one. Let us see now. To this reaction they are asking. Observe this. This is oxide. This is the metal or element. What is the technique I told you? The one which is present down, that element has the ability to reduce the one which is top, that oxide. So very easy, see here, coke can reduce zinc oxide, correct? Means coke line should be down, zinc oxide line should be top. So coke line, check where it is down. Here this is a coke line, this is a zinc oxide line. So coke line should be down, but up to this point zinc oxide line is down. But after this point coke line is down. So after this point around, this is 1000, more than 1000, like coming around 1100 or 1200 at some point. So more than after 1000, zinc coke line is coming down. So that is a good reducing agent. Over, right? See the next question. Oh my God, by seeing this diagram itself, you might feel, I can't solve Ellingham diagram. But very easy. Let's see what is the point I told you. The one which is present down then can reduce the above one. That's it. They're asking, formation of which of the following sulfides is most spontaneous? See, spontaneity, how can you find? To find the spontaneity, delta G should be negative. In this graph, which is negative line? See, minus 50, minus 100, minus 150, down one. When you are coming down, that is more negative. So in this entire graph, this line you see more negative here, more negative. Which one it is? PBS. So formation of PBS is delta more spontaneous because delta G is negative. Are you following? See the next one. Which sulfide occurs to minimum extent in nature? Minimum extent means delta G is less negative, I mean more positive. Okay, what I want to say, delta G more negative means more spontaneous. Delta G, okay, you can see in this case, delta G more negative down, but you are going up, delta G is decreasing. Delta G is decreasing means here spontaneity, that extent of reaction is decreasing. So in this is the line where you can see, when you increase the temperature only, your delta G is decreasing. Graph is coming down means delta G is negative. See that link I am going to give in the description. You just go through that. It is a supportive video. You will get a more clarity if you need any further information about Ellingham diagram. So here this line is for CS2. So CS2 formation is minimum. Why minimum? Because delta G is negative only at high temperature. At a high temperature, that's why this is at high temperature. You see, at a high temperature only that line is coming down. Easy. See the next question. Using the Ellingham diagram shows the temperature at which MgO can be reduced to metal by carbon. So here magnesium oxide can be reduced by coke. That is how, where it is possible. Can you tell me? Very easy. Just to see where is the coke line. This is the coke line. Okay. Because it is reducing into. This is the coke line, for example. And this is which is magnesium oxide. This is a magnesium oxide line. Correct. Now, below this temperature, if you observe magnesium oxide, magnesium can reduce CO. But after this temperature, you see, after this temperature, listen carefully, after this temperature, which is this is the temperature. Now, this coke, after this temperature, had the ability to reduce the above metal oxide. This is which reaction? Magnesium can reduce magnesium oxide. So, this coke is having the ability to reduce above metal oxide. So, this is which temperature? After 1900 degrees Celsius. Above 1900. That's it. Now, tell me how is the video? Have you liked it? Just please, if you are watching Komalini Ma'am channel for the first time, please hit on subscribe, that bell icon you click, so that every video whichever I upload you will get that, and so much knowledge you can get once you listen this video. Note it down, the important, all the points, whatever you like, and you safely keep that with you. If you watch another video again, you put that heading and you write the tricks, and solve the questions whichever I'm giving you, you will see like an improvement in your chemistry score. If you like this video, just hit on a like and tell me in a comment section how is it. It motivates me to do more videos for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm your Komali ma'am. See you in the next video again. Bye, love you.